morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to On the Mic with the M.
Auntie.
Hey, today we're going to talk about have some fucking common sense when you start making loot and stop acting hood when you weren't brought up in the fucking hood. And I'm talking about the goddamn dude, MORANT, who plays basketball, and anybody else who make a lot of goddamn money and want to be in the hood. You're not in the goddamn hood anymore. Learn that lesson.
Or hood tendencies. So tell me about this brother. Basketball player, where you from?
Basketball player. He plays for the Memphis Grizzlies. He is going to be the new face of the NBA. Once LeBron and that generation fade away, he's going to be the new face of the NBA.
Okay. And where is he from? Do we know where he's from? What city? What state now?
I'm not sure, but he's not from the hood. He didn't grow up in the hood.
He came from the suburb.
Yeah, but he's trying to be hood-like.
Hood-ish.
So, hood-ish.
Yeah.
So, literally, this kid can make $500 million before his career is over. $500 million. Not $500,000, $500 million. He's that talented. He signed a shoe deal with Nike. He just signed a $200 million contract with the team. He endorsement deals like the yin yang. But still him saying, let me sit on the side and work this deal and get all my money like a Tiger Woods or Michael Jordan or LeBron James or anybody else like that. I want to go to a club and go and flash a gun on IG Live because I want everybody to know, one, you're a stupid motherfucker because there's no way in hell you would catch me with a gun, drugs, nothing in my goddamn hand. Or you're going to see me sitting there probably sipping on some maybe Sprite if I have an endorsement with him and wearing a Sprite shirt pointing like, I'm drinking Sprite,
keep
y'all.
me paid.
Yeah, keep me paid. But no.
So, but did he have was there a purpose of bringing the gun out? I don't get it. How did he get into the club with the gun too? That's the weird part.
These are questions we have yet to know. But when I find out the next episode, I'll update on all that. But right now, we know he got, and this is not the first time he done some stupid shit. This is the latest stupid shit he did. Before, producer, what did he do? The first issue about his mother had an accident, and then he whipped the guy's ass or something.
Yeah. There was, if I recall correctly, his mother went to a Foot Locker and got into an argument with an employee, and I think he was 17, the kid. And apparently, according to, I guess a report or something like that him and some of his people rolled up and beat the shit out of the kid and stomped him out and flashed a gun on him. So then they had this incident. And then there was another incident outside of, I want to say it was the Utah Jazz Stadium, where some fans got into an argument with some of his people, and they reported to have seen a red laser pointing out of a car that he was in at them while leaving the arena. So it's been about 3 different instances over the course of a few months.
It's not funny, but it's like, what is this? What is this? Didn't even make no sense. This is a basketball player. I thought it was isn't it basketball?
Yes, he's a basketball player. He is literally the face, going to be the new face of the. They're grooming him to be the face of the NBA.
He can't be the face of the NBA. No, he's not. This is overwhelming. That's too much. First of all, it's dumb.
Yes.
You're the most valuable person inside the whole nightclub, more valuable than the nightclub owner, and you in there.
Yes. Yes, you
somehow, where's all your entourage at, and you're the one who needs to hold the weapon? That doesn't add up. From whatever hood near you, wherever hood you're familiar with, that's not how it works.
No.
The money piece, no, we're not going to jeopardize the money piece.
And then the gun he had, T, was so fucking small. It looked like a 22. He held that shit like his head. And I'm like, if you're going to be stupid and hold a gun, at least hold something big. Like,
no, that is the rule of the game, right? If you're going to have a piece, you better make sure it's going to do something.
Yeah, there's an Eagle Ruger or something, but not that little punk-ass gun I saw him had talking about it flashing like this. Yeah, I got a gun. And I'm just like, I just
and it cost them?
He's suspended right now. Was it indefinitely right now? He's just suspended from the NBA.
He's suspended for at least 2 games right now.
Okay.
But depending on some investigation, that could be a lot longer. So the issue is, yeah, he has a gun. The other issue is you have a gun in another state that you own. So you're from Memphis. Team's from Memphis, obviously. But you're in Memphis. Gun's registered in Memphis. But your registered gun is now in Denver, where you played a basketball game. So, how do you get the gun to Denver unless you're taking it on a team plane? Which means you have guns in an NBA facility. If such is the case,
Isn't that a...
you're going to be gone. You're done for like half a season.
Didn't somebody else already do that?
Remember that dumbass Gilbert Arenas did that
Didn't
shit here for
somebody
the
else-
Wizards? And him and the dude pulled out their gun, talking about, my gun is bigger than your gun. And that's why Gilbert Arenas' ass career got shut down. And the dude
I
who
mean, the
pulled the
whole
gun,
career.
yes. And the other dude, I think he in prison now for 20 years because his dumb ass, when he got kicked out the league, ended up robbing or shooting somebody. So now his goofy ass is in jail
Wow.
for a gun.
Wow.
So no, stupid motherfuckers with guns kill people. The stupid motherfuckers with guns shouldn't have guns. But
Did Gilbert Arenas ever bounce back? Inside
no.
Inside the no, he never
Nope, he did
bounced
cut
the
his
ball
ass.
again.
I think they traded him, and then he floated around, got hurt, and he just disappeared. Because again, at that point, you're a problem. Now you're a problem child. So nobody wants to deal with you. No matter how talented you are, nobody wants to deal with a problem child.
Yeah,
And-
it's always somebody to promote, coming up right behind you.
Yes.
So whatever was great about you that made you this star that we could turn you into like the face of, our league.
Mhm.
Oh, is somebody, some runner up ready to take that spot also?
Always somebody looking for the number one spot.
Yes.
Always. So the thing that bothers
Wow.
me is that kid shouldn't even had a goddamn gun in the first place.
Had no purpose.
None at all. The other issue I got is his father's normally at his games,
Okay.
his basketball games. Now, you would think if you're a father
Mhm.
that the one conversation you would have, what I would have with my son if he's making that kind of money is, son, don't fuck up the bag. Don't mess up your reputation. Don't walk around with guns. Don't be around hood people who represent something that's going against what you're trying to represent. Don't walk around with hood dudes. Don't walk around with Crips, Bloods, any gang members. None of that shit. It's not going to benefit you. It's going to ruin your bag.
So what we're seeing, so Dad knows all this, is what you're saying.
I'm pretty sure
this
he does.
is obvious before this incident made headlines, I
Yes.
guess.
He show up every game, smiling, grinning, and skinning, and all that stuff. Because now he's not doing his dad duties.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
dad duties is protect your kid at all costs first.
Yeah.
Second, protect the bag
Mm-hmm.
that your kid is involving in.
By the same token, so Josh 23, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he started playing ball at 21.
Mm-hmm.
At 21, you couldn't tell me shit. Point blank, period. Because you've raised me that your feeling and my feeling is that we shouldn't have to have conversations over things I do in my day to day. Because you taught me a code of ethics and I have my own. And whatever you say doesn't apply to what I do. Now imagine that on a grander scale. Dad, you could never fathom what it would mean to be a ball player. If I'm in his shoes, you can't fathom all the shit I deal with on a daily basis. You don't even, there's nothing you can really advise me on, right? So my goal for you is to just, you can be there, I enjoy you being here, but unless I need something crazy, more than likely I'm probably not talking to you. Talking to somebody else. Because I have a whole team. I got people who do this, people who do that. Your job is not to advise me anymore. Your job is just to be a fan and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Right? So I decided to put this all on my own. Because I think I don't need you.
And so that is the perspective of the 21-year-old. But as the adult, you still continue to pour into them. I know you say you're not hearing me, but watch the group you move with. And if you get burned once because you didn't heed what I said to you is now ringing in your head. And so when you go to move the next time, hopefully different. And if you don't, you're going to keep hearing what I advised you and told you about.
Absolutely.
The next time. And hopefully, eventually, you will heed to what I said. And in a giant scheme of things, that's true. To where it perhaps can seem like I can't relate to what you're going through. But there's information that speaks to the core of people, right? And I think that's something that we can always pour into our children, no matter what level they feel like they've gotten to and where they feel like they're moving at, right?
Absolutely.
Because you can feel like, oh, I'm in med school, and how's mom and dad going to advise me on how to get through med school? They barely graduated high school. I bet your mother going to have some advice for you on how to get you through, though.
Absolutely.
When you real live look back and see, Pop's going to pour in too. If they're willing to pour, it's something that they had to say that's going to help you along the way. So, granted, absolutely, it's going to feel like what they're doing is not relatable, right? Like, oh, absolutely. How do they know? But no, I'm going to still talk. And I'm going to still expect for Pops to ring in your ear and tell you some good advice that speaks to the core of a 21-year-old.
There you go.
Because the things that 21-year-olds go through, it doesn't matter if you're in the military, doesn't matter if you're in college, doesn't matter if you decided to stay home, or if you somehow hit it big, won the lottery, big, sports leagues, you decide to go study abroad. There's certain core things that speak to that age group that's very specific to how the mental space of that age group moves and is influenced.
Absolutely. It really is. And that goes back to the money aspect of it. No, we wouldn't have any conversation about that because you're in an area that 1% of the world is in. So I wouldn't have that kind of discussion with my 21-year-old like that because that's a world I don't know about. But what I do know is there's some common sense shit that you need to understand that's going to carry you no matter if you're worth $1 billion or $1
Absolutely.
or a penny or 20 cents. Don't hang around people who have more to lose than you have. It's very simple. Everybody's on the same level. You're going to college, you're going wherever, and y'all friends and all that stuff. At some point, you may break loose. You may be the one that just takes off based on whatever happens. Now the money's coming in. Don't allow the money to change who you are. The money is an instrument to do things. The money doesn't make you better than anyone.
It's a tool.
It's a tool.
Yeah.
And when people don't realize that money is a tool, that's when they fuck it up. And in this case, you can make all that money, but in your mind, I'm pretty sure his father should have said if he didn't, don't get caught with no dumb shit on you. Don't get caught with bad people. Don't get caught with somebody who's always doing fuck shit. And because what's going to happen? They don't care about them. They're going to care about you.
Because you got the most to lose.
You got the most to lose, and you'll be on TMZ. I don't know how the fuck TMZ get all the information, but you'll be on TMZ first.
Their sources don't play.
At all. They was telling people they were dead before they were even dead.
Yeah, you already know.
Like,
TMZ
God
don't play
damn.
no games.
None. So this is a life lesson. So for me as a parent, I may sit back and my son was making that kind of money. Obviously, they're supporting them and watching them enjoying this stuff. But I'm also, as a parent, gonna be aware of who's around him. So I'm not gonna just say, "Oh yeah, he's hanging out with these dudes. I don't know nothing about him, and he hanging out with these cats. He getting in flashy cars. But I know they don't play basketball."
But also, how many times can you have that conversation before you wash your hands?
I was wondering, like, how much of, because if you're in state to state in different places, how many of these, like, is it the same group of people that he hangs out with as he goes to state? Or are there different groups?
Well, you're going to hang with the basketball team because the basketball team travels.
So he
together.
was at the club with the basketball team showing off the guns?
No, he was with his own personal.
Because
So
then I was like, this is getting ridiculous.
So more likely he was probably hanging with people who are in his bubble already, like his friends or whatever. But one of the conversations that came out yesterday from this recording was that they had a team meeting led by one of the vets on the team. And that's just he was saying, like, look, y'all got to move careful while y'all outside. Like, y'all got to be better when y'all moving out there because people looking for y'all, people trying to use you, etc. Y'all got to be smarter. Y'all go on these road trips when y'all outside. Like y'all can't be doing stupid shit. There's only but so much people can do for someone before they have to have this. Like, to me, like, the conversation has been kind of revolving around Ja's father, because obviously he's there. But at the end of the day, like, when you get yourself to that point, there's so much more personal responsibility that's required. If you're playing ball, if you are lucky enough to be in a management position at a young age, there's a lot more personal responsibility than I think people want to place on that person. We'll sit here and say, well, what about the people? What about, like, no. At the end of the day, you have to know that, like, when you become the lead, you have to run that way. You have to operate that way. If you're the guy, then you have to be the guy. You can't be the guy that, oh man, shit pop off, like we saw with Vic all those years
Michael
ago.
Vick, yeah.
Like, yeah, you're the guy, but you want to be just a guy. You're not. You lost being a guy.
Yes, you
just lost being a guy. That went away years ago.
Yep.
You should be used to understanding that you're under the spotlight now.
Absolutely.
You should be used to understanding that people are going to be critiquing every step you made. You think LeBron did this shit just out of thin air?
Exactly.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
LeBron didn't just one day was like, oh, I'm going to just be the chosen one. I'm going to hop in the NBA and I'm going to just do whatever. Like, no. You have to recognize that, like, that when I'm at this stage, that requires that I move differently.
Yeah, because the path of you getting to that spotlight, I don't want to be like, you always had the spotlight on you. But in some capacity, you were like the kid who succeeded in that arena for a long time, and you were probably the star on the team, or if not the only star, you were one of 3 stars on the team. And you were always kind of praised and looked at in a certain light.
Absolutely.
And so you were always advised to move differently, right? Because whenever you are playing any sport as a child, we always make you mindful of the leadership that you also carry with that, right?
Absolutely.
So you're always being groomed to move different. But like we said earlier, that Mackenzie keeps highlighting is the plight of the 21-year-old mental space. Like, it's just not as fully developed.
Nope.
And so as you go out and pretty much, like he said, you're kind of missing just being a man or a guy. And so when you go out to do those things that just like the regular people try to do at that age, right? Kind of like the rites of passage, because most 21-year-olds kind of want to have a little gun just to kind of say, man, I got something. Like, because it's, I don't want to say it's part of the culture.
But it's fashionable. It's a thing to do. The thing to do.
For the guys for that age group, right?
Yeah.
So when you go to do it, we get that that's kind of what's trending in like your age group amongst your peers, but you can't do that.
You cannot do that shit.
And
that's can't do.
That's part of the advice that you're constantly, trying to seep into the child. And after a while, it is redundant. The advice is redundant.
Yes.
Every morning I tell my son, every day, make good choices. It's redundant at this point.
Yes.
Since what grade? You're in 11th grade now, and every morning you get dropped off to school, mom screaming out, make good choices. Yeah, no, you heard me. And you going to keep on hearing me.
Absolutely.
Until you, guess what? You just wave and say goodbye. You didn't even hear me say make good choices. At this point, you just heard my mouth. And you know exactly, and it's in your head. So when you out there skipping school, making bad choices, you not a good choice. I'm consciously not making a good choice because I'm trying to get away with it. But I know that this is not a good choice, and mom wouldn't be pleased with this. So if it don't go right,
it's gonna. The strange thing you said, if it don't go right, what's gonna happen? Yeah. You're gonna come back to mom and dad Because and you have to come back humble because
Yeah.
now we done told you
Well, I told
constantly,
you. Yeah.
don't do this, don't hang around these people, don't hang around that person. Don't.
Make them good choices.
Constantly.
Good choices. Choose the proper people to be around. Everything boils down to a choice.
Exactly.
You choosing to put the piece inside your luggage? That was your choice.
That was your choice.
You chose to take it out the luggage and take it into the club? That's your choice.
Yes.
Did you choose to pull it out in the club?
On IG.
On the camera?
Here you go. Look, I'm walking around with.
All your choices.
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's what happens when you become the man.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just hang around a man.
Yep.
Because when you're around the man, you gotta hang around other people who has just as much to lose than you have.
Absolutely.
Because ain't nobody gonna pull out a gun. If we all in the billionaire club,
Mm-hmm.
ain't nobody pulling no gun out.
No, I got too much to lose, brother, man.
No,
And if you pull one out, I got to leave.
I gotta
I
go.
can't play around with
gone.
you. I got way too much to lose. I'm not playing no
Exactly.
games.
I'm not fucking with my money.
I'm messing around reporting it. I'm raising. Kiss me, sir. He has a gun here. Like,
Exactly.
I'm not mixing and mingling with that.
No.
Because I got way too much to lose, and I like my lifestyle.
And
Yeah.
you hang around people who are just hanging around you because you know them, and we grew up together. That's fine and dandy. Not saying to cut off everybody you know,
Right.
but if they're not into something that's progressive or something that you have to cringe, like, damn, he does sell a little of this or he does a little of that. Man, I can talk to you on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, player? What's happening? We're gonna talk, and then when you come in, hey man, I'm busy.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I don't
Or
wanna see
daytime
you.
activities.
Yeah.
Some of your friends, and I don't care, baby, if it's a man friend or woman friend. Okay? Some of your friends,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of y'all lady friends, okay? Y'all daytime friends nowadays.
Got to be.
Y'all are daytime
Yes.
friends now. Y'all is a whole liability. No, boo.
No, I can't.
I'll meet you on Sunday for brunch.
Yes, well, a whole lot of people there, so you can see. Oh yeah, he was out there eating lunch with such and such and such. And such. Yeah, fuck that. No, you can fuck my bag.
Yeah.
Because
And so
you gonna change. Nobody goes. You gonna got some money. You gonna change. You got all uppity.
Yeah, no, I was up all night last night, and I can't. I know I had something to do on Saturday night. I can't do nothing with you because
No.
you're not gonna get me messed up. Yeah,
Get
uppity and all that change. Got stuff to lose. Liable for stuff. Ain't gonna be liable for you.
And the crazy thing is, it's not like this is just a unique situation. You can go back years. You can go back centuries and see people who let other people fuck them over because they done made some bad decisions, and you get caught. And
Oh,
now
yeah.
you got it. You don't want to go lose the most because you got money. That person ain't got no goddamn money. What am I gonna do with them?
Got
Nothing.
nothing
I'm gonna link
to
your
lose.
ass to you,
Yeah.
so I can get your money. And now that's the start of it, because now your image is now tarnished. Now all those people that want to endorse you, they gonna walk away. They gotta walk away. They can't be supporting you. And you
This
out
is
there
all
doing
money for them. It's all business deals.
money and
Yeah,
business.
and if the dollars don't make sense, then you're dismissed.
Gone today.
Easy.
Peace be gone.
Easy.
And that's the problem, because a lot of these guys look at the money as, I can always make this money. That's not the truth. There's a lot. For every LeBron James who spent 20 years, or Tim Duncan, thank you, producer, for the Spurs who played for 18 years, there's always a guy that was one and done. There's always a guy that played a game towards knee up, career's over. So you are blessed to be in a situation where you're at the top of your game to make the loot. And understand, you're now a role model. You don't want to be a role model,
That's
but
the number
you are
one
now
thing
a
they
role
hate.
model. I'm not a role model. You shouldn't be a role model. But in today's society, you are somebody's role model. There's some kids I know in Memphis and around the world that has his likeness on his wall, either with a fat head or whatever, a jersey, because they roll with him. So if a kid said, "Wow, my boy Jai, he got a gun. If he got a gun."
Well, they technically, don't you need the kids and the fan base?
Yes.
So if you don't want to be a role model, how else are you going to get paid? Who's going to buy your stuff? Who's going to show up to the stadium to buy your tickets? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yes.
No, I want to
Yes.
come see my guy.
Have to, because that's why the advertisers and everybody else
Yes.
want to put it into you, because they know if you sell a shoe, that kid said, "I want a Josh shoe."
Yep.
He just, but then he just bring a shoe out like a month ago. A new set of shoes.
Fuck if I know. Want to say it comes out soon though, and I know they wanted to pivot as a company, Nike, to him from Kyrie. Once he released Kyrie, so they were like, okay, we need another point guard, and Ja was next up. So,
see, Nike, he has the backing of Nike. They're gonna put you all throughout the world, and you at that point didn't think about it. I was going to turn up. I was going to have a good time. I was going to bring his gun in here. And what the fuck are you going to do with a gun in the club?
How was that part of the turn up?
No, because see what you're. So this conversation, because this conversation is missing something.
Because it don't make sense.
Yeah, this conversation is something that's slightly important. He was at a club. He was drinking. Like, niggas don't make good decisions on alcohol.
People don't make good decisions with alcohol.
That's why I said niggas don't make good decisions on alcohol.
They don't. So why the fuck? Think about this.
Hold on. Nah, because I gathered that part. Why did you come again? He took the weapon over, I don't know, from what state to another state. Right?
Tennessee to Colorado.
And
then
I think
from the hotel room, I'm assuming.
I think there's more to the conversation than meets the eye.
No, because it just doesn't add up.
What we know in the public is, I doubt all that's actually was going on. I think
his life was threatened and he had to bring it out with him. I just made that up. I just made that up.
No, but that's my
because it has something.
Somebody had to have threatened his life.
But hold on. Let's go back to it being a 22. Was it real live at 22? Because nobody's gonna threaten my life and I show up with a 22. That's number one.
Yeah.
Like, that's
he
number
has a gun
one.
like this. Most guns I see on it has got two hands on it and got it racked up and everything, and with some dollars in the hand. His was like this. So he could probably shoot. He could hurt somebody with a gun that small.
I'm gonna say that my guy his life was threatened, and we don't know the size of the gun, and that it was larger than a 22.
Yeah, it had
and he
to
said
be.
he was going to defend himself instead of hiring a security team.
But
and if your life was in danger, you probably shouldn't go to a nightclub. If your life was, because if the bullets are coming, just because you spray bullets back, it doesn't save you from the bullets that are coming to you.
No.
Like, I haven't necessarily had bullets sprayed at me either before. I don't know how they come, but I don't think you can dodge them and then shoot them back. No. And then it'd be like you didn't get sprayed with bullets. It doesn't work like that.
No, it
you might not want to show up at all.
No, and if that's the
I'm
case,
just saying.
I could very easily just see how you holding the gun.
Okay, no, I mean 22. Can we agree to that?
Yeah, that's what's a 22. Because again, the way he's holding it,
I'm not a professional here.
But that's a small gun. That's a small caliber gun.
But
that's kind of something your grandma could stick in her bra and rip it out and shoot somebody. If you go.
That was his backup.
I think that's the purpose of it, though. I think it is specifically small for that concealed purpose.
But so then, they go to the hospital and then the beef is elevated then?
I mean, one shot probably would do it, but I'm assuming he probably shooting 2 or 3 times. He'd probably kill somebody else.
Who in the nightclub hit somebody 2 or 3 times with the gun? I'm just wondering. Because normally one shot, everybody's scrambling.
Yeah, that's true. They run first, boom.
And I'm assuming that the NBA player is going to shoot back.
And
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, see.
You turning up in the club already, drinking, hanging out, making poor decisions, right? You ain't just popping your gun out and spraying the club. No, you're going to respond to some bit of chaos.
Some threat has to happen.
It's not a good response piece.
And
that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, and you know what? And let me say this. If I'm rolling like that, I'm going to shut the goddamn club down. So listen, I'm coming. I'm in town. I'll have somebody say, listen, I'll be in there for let me rent 3 or 4 hours, and I'll pay it. That way.
The whole club?
The whole club.
Who else going to be there?
Only my peeps, because
that's not fun no more. Then it's not fun no more.
And so
he's trying to find something just random, might come through, catch his eye.
But see, and I hear you.
Yeah.
But the problem is, you have everybody, so you don't know if this chick walk up to you. You don't know what she would have do.
You supposed to get a little VIP section. I thought.
I would
That's
think
what I
so.
thought. Lord, there's no VIP there in that state.
See,
There
I
was
don't
none
know.
in the club over there.
I don't know, but I wouldn't. If I'm personally, if I'm rolling like that and it's VIP, I'm so off the beaten path that you literally had to kind of like stumble upon me. It's not like, oh, there's him over there.
No, again, it's the 21-year-old. He's trying to be seen a little something. Like, he wants to be seen.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I
this
was
is the 21-year-old
because you're looking at
mentality,
it-
too.
You're looking at it as an older,
Yeah, as a
older
very
individual.
mature
Yeah,
approach
yeah.
Like
to
you can't
life.
look at it that way. You
Nah,
really have to
I'm wild.
Exactly.
Trying to be
You're
the
talking
most.
shit.
Yeah, 20.
But
Yeah.
you are supposed to be in VIP, and there is supposed to be a few people posted up for your protection. And perhaps they have a piece on them that's much
Oh, I'm pretty
larger than a
sure.
22. Because I'll be damned if I hired you and you showed up with that.
No.
I'm
You're getting
mad
fired
as
the same
you get-
goddamn day. You're getting fired. Little ass, that episode, what was it, Harlem Night? We put that little ass gun down. Put that goddamn gun down. Pow, pow. No, get the hell out of here. You ain't. I ain't paying you nothing because that bullshit can't protect you. Get out of here with that bullshit. But yeah,
you get it though.
I do.
It's
get it.
normally a little VIP section with a few folks posted up around, let you enjoy your evening. And you got your, folks that you're going to enjoy yourself with.
Absolutely.
And security detail does what security detail. Like, I do hair,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do nothing on no computer.
Mm-hmm.
He do basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Do that. Don't do your own security detail.
No.
Don't do two jobs at once.
No. Because I have to really, as an older person, have to protect you from yourself.
Yes.
I have to because I know. Because now I'm thinking back at 21, I was off the hook.
Yeah, no,
21.
because you keep trying to approach this and keep acting like you was about to be this humble guy who's shutting down the whole nightclub, ain't having no tail walk through there. Like, you was just so innocent and woke up Mary just like, zang!
Yeah.
No, he was trying to see something special coming through there that night.
That's true.
You can't shut the whole, you can't, I need the locals to come on
That-
through here.
that
Where's
is-
she at?
God
He ain't
damn,
there
you
leaning,
right. You right.
waiting.
You
Pour him
right.
another drink, baby.
And
He
you
trying to get
know,
there.
Oh, Lord, you right about
Yeah,
that.
we
God
21,
damn. That's
having
true.
a ball.
So that means I
Yeah,
have to
I just don't
be-
know where the gun came from. That's a weird part for
Yeah,
me.
and here's the thing. If he realized somehow maybe he got a threat or somebody said, you come to my town, because shit like it happens. We
Okay,
see it
yeah.
with Tupac and Biggie. That's why they no longer here with some bullshit ass beef, and they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand he's going to be a threat, or somebody's going to threaten him because again, he got jewelry, he got the name, and a lot of these motherfuckers ain't got nothing else to live for.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got shit to look forward to. So if I can go and say, man, I robbed y'all, then that makes you big on the street, whatever street you came from. So I can understand him, maybe hearing some shit. I mean, I got to protect myself. But then that's when he needs the people around him.
Yep.
Say, you know what?
That's
you
how I
wanna go
protect
there?
myself.
You have to.
But you're trying to handle it your way because you're an adult.
Mm-hmm.
So
I thought that was your way as an adult was hired a security detail.
the hiring and security details, what
I'm
you
a
do,
secu- I'm a- I'm a
is
patr-
what you do. You're too
patrillionaire.
far. You too old with it.
I'm too.
That's like 26, 27, 28. You figure that out.
Okay. Because I just had to understand this.
Because he's 21 when you come into the league. You just signed a $20 million deal at 23.
Okay.
At 23 years old, you're not thinking about no.
He's 23
identity.
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not thinking about a security detail.
No, you should be.
Now you are.
No, because that was first of all, no. Think about a bigger gun. I'm going to start there. Okay, no, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Just get the detail.
Please. Get the biggest
Just
security
get,
detail.
yeah, because this is sad. And throw that gun in the trash.
The
Nobody's
money
supposed
that
to
you're
buy
flying
that.
your friends around. The money that you're using to fly your friends around. The money that you spend on jewelry. The money that you spend on flying your father in, or your sister, your nephew, your cousin, whatever. You could spend on a security detail.
Mm-hmm.
That will get you to and from. Make sure that you get from there.
But you only need this when you're going out in the nightclub.
Exactly.
Yes.
Especially when you
That's
go out.
it. Yeah, these are temporary, state by state. You need to call up a service for the evening. You don't need they don't need to be on the payroll. This is just a quick contract. Just pay them out when you go to each town.
No, see, you got to have people on your actual deal.
But he needs this NBA player needs a security detail everywhere he goes now at this point.
You should, in my opinion, if you're playing ball, you should at the very least have security in your payroll.
Yeah.
You should
That's
at
a
least
lot.
have one or two guys.
So you're
trust.
saying you can't go out anymore?
I'm not saying you can't go out. I'm saying
But are you saying you must go out with these guys?
Who always has your ass. Mm-hmm. Somebody who always has your ass.
But if they always have your ass, then they're always with you, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
So you want somebody to always be with you?
Oh, yeah, you got them right.
Okay.
If you making $200
you're making quadrillion
it's a
dollars.
good idea to have somebody who, at the very least, make sure that you get from point A to point B without a problem.
I'm just weirded out by if you didn't even want them at the damn nightclub with you, why would you want them with you all the time? I just think it'd be too extreme for him. It'd be too extreme for, like, how you do that?
Yeah.
But to me, it would make sense. You got a lot to lose.
A lot to lose.
Yeah.
You know,
and nobody else is watching out. Like, I mean, even as a woman, think about when you go out. We rarely really want to go out by ourselves. Like, no, I got somebody watching my other side. Yeah.
Do you think Rihanna go out there by herself?
No, I mean, and she's a woman too. Like, so that'd be real dumb.
So she ain't gonna have that.
Stupid, like super dumb. Yeah.
So she definitely has our entourage, right? You may not see them because that's the other thing. They're not meant to be seen.
Yeah.
Some of you say, "Oh, I see them two dudes with black suits." Then the other dudes walk around and look like everybody else, but that's their job.
Yeah.
Because they want to weed out anything about to see
anything
jump
brewing.
out. Yeah. They want to handle that. So that's just certain things you have to do. That's the nature of making that kind of money. When you make that kind of money, there's certain things you would never think about when you're poor that you have to think about at that point. Because
you don't think about it the same way.
No, you wouldn't think about security.
Yeah.
Now, okay, if you're poor, you think about security because if you're in a certain neighborhood, you're like, oh, I may have a gun on me just to protect myself. But
no, in a general sense, when you move in certain areas and in certain crowds, right? We generally associate it with strengths being in numbers, right? But that's being mindful that you need to be able to move in that arena. You need to move more than just self because things are happening that you don't see. And so you know, as a woman, generally speaking, you're not going to no nightclub with just you and your girlfriend. No, we need a few of us here.
You right about that?
Nah, we need a few of us.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that.
And the one thing you don't do is leave each other like somebody say, I saw this nice guy, I'm about to leave. No, the hell you are.
And you're not going to the bathroom by yourself either. And it's like, not to be like, yeah, I stick with the group, but bitch, you better stick with the group. And it's that sense of security that we are all at that point providing each other, right? Because we know the arena that we're in. Now, for a male to be in a situation like that and he knows that he has no qualms with anyone there and no past issues, he can move. Absolutely. And he has nothing, he doesn't have nothing to lose. He can move, mix and mingle in the nightclub by himself. Nobody care.
Nobody gets
right.
Nobody
now
cares.
That you show up to the nightclub and you know that you on somebody else's block that you know you had an issue with, and you show up by yourself, you're not doing that. You know that you need to move. So what I'm saying is, you know how you need to move in certain arenas. Generally speaking, it's what we call the strength in numbers. But you start making a certain dollar amount, that strength in numbers is going to be afforded via paycheck.
Exactly, it will. And the other thing is that bothers me. It's almost like I have to, I have to surround myself with the people that I maybe left behind. That somehow I have to kind of, stay in touch with them, roll with them, that type of stuff. For me, hey, I'm a holler at you. If I go where we came from, I holler at you. We may kick it a little bit, but that's about it. Because I can't get involved in whatever you're doing in that world because I'm no longer in that world. I know you, but I don't really know you because now I'm in a different level.
So that's a weird thing because when people hit a certain level of like celebrity, we tend to want to say that they're not keeping it like real or it doesn't.
Where you came from.
Yeah, like you forgot where you. Like no, any adult who gets a full-time job and you add on children with that, I don't know what's going on back around the way. I ain't seen them people in just as long as the celebrity ain't seen them people.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But for some reason, we put this false sense of pressure on the people who have kind of made it above what we would reference as being the norm. And for some of them, it's just norm. Yeah. Right? Yes. They got the same struggles. They just make more money.
More money,
while
more
doing
problems.
It. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's such a false sense. Like you're not keeping it real, or you not, you don't come back around the old way. well, old girl who got the nursing job don't come back around the way neither. And don't nobody
Nope.
treat her like that.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm fine with her being married and living 20 minutes up the road and staying to her and her family. But for
Absolutely.
whatever reason, the guy who comes out and maybe, is the basketball player, or maybe is the football player, or maybe, the girl who played in a few movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they make it and they're absent because they're specifically absent because they're active in their career,
Mm-hmm.
like you
Mm-hmm.
and me,
Mm-hmm.
just regular Joes,
Yes.
active in their careers,
Yes.
we get away from where we came from. Why? Because we're not staying there.
It's a mentality.
And we're going somewhere else.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not meant to hit you. We all start somewhere.
Yes.
You're not meant to be there.
Mm-mm.
It's just a starting point. That's
Yep.
what they call a starting point.
Yep.
So for me to get from here to there, I'm going to have to make moves that are going to get me to where I need to get to.
Yes.
Should I feel guilty because I'm successful in getting to where I got to?
Mm-hmm.
Should I feel guilty? Fuck no, I shouldn't.
No,
feel
you
guilty.
should be humble, though. That's it.
humble.
I don't down talk the people from where I come from. If I just so happen to swing through or see you in the streets, it's all love. Hey, what's good with you?
There
It's
you
good
go.
to see you.
What's
Keep it
going on?
moving.
Hey, that's
It's,
it.
it's even family members. When you are going in a certain direction,
Mhm.
right,
Mm-hmm.
you become busy
Yes.
trying to get to where you're going. Life just starts happening.
Don't-
Kids, spouse.
Yes. And again, your time gets eaten up.
Hmm.
It's just, unlike when you were kids, you had nothing to do but go home and eat dinner and do homework. Those days are gone.
Yes.
You got your family to take care of. Like you said, your kids, your
Mhm.
husband, your wife,
Hmm.
all these other things going on that's eating up your time. No, I don't have time to go back into the hood and visit y'all and see what's going on with y'all and what's happening in the hood. I don't have the time because I
Nope.
have to continue pushing to where I need to, my goals, my aspirations.
Hmm.
And if you think I should, you shouldn't think that high. You shouldn't think that low,
Hmm.
because I'm going to do what I need to do to get to where I need to get to. Because if I don't do it, it's not going to be given to me. There's
Mhm.
nobody saying, you know what, Em, you want this? Here you go.
Hmm.
There is no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. There's no, I'm just going to ride it and all of a sudden in the end, there's going to be money there.
Right.
No, you got to put in that work.
You do.
And I shouldn't feel
Yeah.
guilty.
Put into that pot, and then you got to not eat off the pot. Because if you want to see a pot of gold,
Hello?
you can't use the gold.
That's true. You can't use it. So
Right?
you can't, and using it
Right?
means, because you got a pot of gold, don't mean, okay, I got to give my boy this.
You
I gotta
keep
give my boy
pinching
that.
off of it. Keep pinching, because that's what happens with a lot of people as they try to come up and what they think is being humble,
Mhm.
right? So every time they have a come up,
Mhm.
they feel obligated to give out. And it can be
Yes.
a mom, it can be your
Yep.
sisters, it can be your nephews, it can be your nieces, it can be your grandparents,
Yes.
right? But you'll sit there and your pot for gold,
Mhm.
right, that you thought was going to come up out and have that nice little cluster on top. You see in the little Lucky Charms
Yeah,
commercial,
it's-
and then it flows out and over.
Yes. You won't.
Yours never quite even gets that little puff at the top.
Nope.
Because every time you go to pour into that pot, you taking out of the pot and passing it back out to everybody.
Yep.
And then looking back in your pot after your body is depleted,
Hmm.
you ain't got no energy left, and you like, now let me go get what I need. Look in the pot, it's in the pot.
Gone.
It's not enough.
There's a litany of stories of cautious tales that's out there. I could tell you.
Mm-hmm.
There's one for a former football player, played for the Dallas Cowboys. He told his mother, "Mom, here's $500,000 to buy your house. Take that $500,000 and buy a house."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "That's all I'm gonna give you." She's like, "Oh, you making $10 million. All I'm gonna give is $500,000." So first of all, she was in a shack in Texas when he was brought up. So it wasn't like she was living in a luxury apartment complex or a condo complex. She was living in the hood. So he said, "Here's $500,000 in Texas. You can get a lot of good shit in Texas for $500,000. So what happened was he gave her $500,000. His sister calls him and says, "Hey, Mama said she need $1 million." He said, "Why? I gave her $500,000. No. The house she wants $1 million." He said, "Listen, all I'm giving your mama is $500,000 in Texas." Then he was.
We can't.
he was
You at
engaged.
this point, you ain't gonna be able to afford the taxes on the home. Okay,
Absolutely.
Mama.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But she think, I saw this $1 million home. Hey, the sister called me. He said, no, I'm not going to give it to her. I think your fiance stopped me from doing that. He said, no, understand, I'm a football player. I have to have money after my playing career is over. My career could end one play or 20 years from now.
You see my eyes?
Exactly.
Because if I'm the fiance, you damn right.
That's what she said.
As the helpmate to be,
She said,
I paused that transaction, Mom. Because you're going to be calling us. You ain't going to be calling him no more. You're going to be calling us in 10 years. Talking about some, oh my goodness, the taxes is due. I'm about to lose the house.
yes.
And then who going to have to come up with that money?
Y'all do.
Yeah.
So
yes, the fiance, helpmate to be.
Exactly.
The one he trusts.
Exactly. So the sister goes back to the mama, no, you're going to get $500,000. So the mama, he lives in a gated community. Mm-hmm. The mama came to the community and we wanted to talk to him. Of course, he couldn't get in the door, couldn't get through the gatekeeper. He said, your name not on here. He said, I purposely didn't put the name on it because he'd be in here all the time asking for money. So when they called him, he said, no, I don't want them to come here. They pissed the bitch and I'm going to call police. But he said, the guys, do what you got to do. But you're not getting in here to see him because your name's on this list, so you can do what you got to do. Mama called him, cussed him out. You, first of all, I can't see. You ain't going to give me $500,000. I saw $1 million house and blah, blah, blah. The man had to go get a restraining order against his mama and his sister because they kept calling and harassing him. Almost came to the practice facility for the Cowboys to talk to him. But they said, you can't come in because you're not on the list. They were outside waiting for him. So the fiance had to drop him off for practice and all that and pick him up because they wanted to talk to him in person and find out why they can't get $1 million for this house. Then he just said, you know what? I just got rid of I got the money back. I just canceled it, bought it back, and I had nothing to do with her. And Jerry Jones said, I'll do what I need to do. Whatever you need done, I'll take care of it so you can concentrate on doing what you got to do, your marriage, your soon-to-be marriage, and your football career. Because she felt obligated. You got the money. You can give it to me. And he said no. And he had to put a restraining order on his mama and his sister because of that shit.
That hurt me. That hurt me right there.
And I'm sitting, and they felt like you owe me. I raised you, and I did it, bitch. You made a decision to have the baby. His father was in his life at all. You made a decision to raise him. So now, I raised you, so now you owe me money.
But do we understand what money does in a home?
No.
Like, because we...
No. No, you don't.
Right?
You don't.
No. Because if you did, first of all, we in Texas.
Texas.
bought me a good old $350,000.
Exactly. That's the fuck I'm saying. I mean, we're not talking about DC.
Woman. You an older woman.
Yep.
You don't have no whole lot of people inside your home, I'm assuming.
Nope.
So technically, how much home do you need? Not much. You technically need to go to a 55 and older community, which costs much less.
Yes.
And I'm going to assume $500K going to get you a whole lot of home. In Texas. And you need the nice little, and I think Texas is known for one-level homes. They don't really have basements in Texas.
Yes.
So what are you doing?
And this is the issue with a lot of guys who make it. That's an extreme case, but I know there's other cases out there too. It's like that. Like one guy had his whole family sign up for phones and put it on his name, and he didn't find until he went to his phone was cut off. My phone call, come on, like 15 people had added lines on his phone. And his phone got cut off. Yes, he was at a cable bill. He was a running back. He was like the third overall pick, I think. Yeah, third overall pick in the NFL. He only lasted 3, maybe 4 years. He was out the league.
Look at the pot.
Pot gone.
Pot is empty.
And you still have to live after. This is what people fail to realize. If you're fortunate enough to make that kind of money, that money has to last you from the last day you played until the end. Mm-hmm. That's not, let me go ahead and blow my money on bullshit, jewelry and cars and stuff, because that's maintenance you still have to take care of.
Yeah.
And the family grabbing at you, you left us behind. And then you got everybody else that, you owe.
When you buy the bigger cars, the more expensive cars, the bigger homes, the more expensive homes, they all take more to maintain.
Absolutely.
The bigger house is going to cost you more in taxes. That's number one. It's going to cost you
Absolutely.
more money to heat it. It's going to cost you more money to cool it down. It's going to cost you more money to clean it. It's going to
Yes.
cost you more money to fill it up. So now when you want new furniture, you have to buy big furniture pieces now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not no I can fake it till I make it type of situation.
No.
Either you have it to sustain this lifestyle or you don't. Right?
And who lifestyle we talking about?
And it's my lifestyle.
Thank you.
I'm not here to maintain everybody else's lifestyle.
There you go.
That's
Everybody-
and people that's not even pouring back into you.
No, in fact, some never pull into you. This happen to be.
Damn.
Don't talk about the daddy.
Damn.
Oh, don't fall. Oh, that's my boy right there. Now you never did shit for that kid.
Wow.
Never took him no football practice, basketball practice, nothing. But yet your goofy, fucking deadbeat ass gonna show up. That's my boy. And smiling. And you want to be in every fucking picture.
A
No.
sense of entitlement.
Yeah, it's like why you didn't do shit for me. So get the fuck out the way. So why you even? Why do you think I owe you anything? You didn't owe me a reason why your ass was never in my life. But now, since I'm worth billions and millions, now you want to be, you know what? We had a little misunderstanding. I'm going to get back. You're like, no, you're not. You're going to stay right where you were. You're going to stay over there. Mom, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to get something that you can handle. It's something that I could possibly handle if you get too old to handle it. But I'm not going to buy you $1 million house.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy you a Rolls Royce. I'm not going to buy you all these things so you can go around and think, my boy is this. What you should say is, son, congratulations, you made it that far. Make sure you take care of your money. Because I know after this is all said and done, you're going to have physical ailments that you're going to take care of that the team is not going to pay for anymore because you're off. And make sure you buy yourself a little
Now
something.
your bills cost more than the average person.
Yes.
Yeah.
And these guys, like I said, all of them have surgery. And not to mention football, CTE, body injuries that they'll have to live with for the rest of their lives.
Yep.
So, but it's weird because when you try and tell somebody, like, listen, mama, I'm going to give you, that's all I can afford to give you that. They read the paper. Oh, you got $200 million. Now, in football, we know it's not guaranteed. It's all on the front end. So if you get a $200 million contract, you want that signing bonus. So the signing bonus could be $100 million.
Okay.
The rest is
That's the
contingent.
upfront money.
That's the upfront money.
And
So,
then the rest, they kind of trickle it out.
yeah, and
Okay.
based on
How many years you can perform and
all that stuff.
different
So-
milestones you get to.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's your lump sum is that $100 million.
Okay.
What I'm
That's
not-
your play money
That's your play money.
for till you get to the next milestone.
Yeah, because you get paid.
Unless you don't get endorsement. Hold on, break this down
see,
for me.
So what happens? Let's say you had a $200 million deal.
Okay.
So it's okay, and you want a lot of guys want as much up front because on the back end you don't really know. It's $200 million, but it ain't really 200
So I get $100 million up front.
So
Okay.
that's that bonus check you get.
When my
Boom.
next check come?
Is when you start playing. So then you get paid based on football. You either get paid based on the games
Okay.
or based on the year. You can spread it out so that it's like most players would get 17 game checks.
Okay.
There's some people set up such a way that they'll get paid during the year, like a normal paycheck. Taxes come out of it that way, but they'll always have money all
Steadily.
year, all year. And you have to make the team. The other thing is you have to make the team every year in order to get your paycheck. So it's not like, it's guaranteed $200 million.
So in other words, I can go out and overextend myself and buy a super big house, buy too many cars, and then might not be able to make those payments if I have my family eating off of me and I don't really know.
Yes.
It's like, okay,
And
I can create my own rat race.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you don't surround yourself with people that tell you, you can say, I want a Rolls Royce. Okay, that's going to cost you $300,000. Do you know maintenance on a Rolls Royce?
Right. That's what I'm saying. The bigger the car, the more expensive the car. It doesn't have to be a Rolls Royce.
No.
You can just upgrade to a luxury vehicle and the maintenance will wow you with a regular job.
Girl, I looked at a Yukon the other day. I was like, they were nice. I looked at it. That motherfucking Yukon fully loaded was $81,000.
Ooh, that was probably nice.
It was
What color was it?
It was black. I saw it online. It was black. It had the it was beautiful leather,
Yeah.
everything, all that shit.
A little wood grain in the wheel.
Wood
I love
grain,
it.
all that,
Yeah.
XM radio, all that shit. You can hook wires and shit in
At
there.
81,000.
81,000.
That was fixed up.
tight.
It was nice. Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah.
But when I was talking to maintenance, it's like, you got to maintain the tires. The tires
Yeah.
aren't. They're not those little 15.
I'm about to say, baby.
Those tires
Baby.
are fucking huge.
Those
They're
some
like
big
$1,000 a tire.
Yeah, those some big tires.
And then change the oil and all that. These are the things that you think, oh, it's 81,000. No, it's not.
No.
It's more than that because you're going to maintain
and then to fill up that tank, that premium ginormous gas tank.
Exactly.
Baby, that's a grip.
Exactly.
Like, You don't even want to look at the gas tank. You don't even want to just
stick it in there, just look up there and just pump and then stick it back in there.
Talk
like,
to people at the gas station. Hey, how you doing today, sir?
You good?
Not even worry about how much money I'm spending right now.
Not at all. So that maintenance has to happen all the time. So, like you said, it doesn't have to be a $300,000 car. It could be $80,000 car, and you still have the maintenance associated with that.
Yep.
And then you have to look a certain way. You don't want to go out there and look like a bum.
Nope.
So you got to look a certain way. You got to dress the part.
Yep.
So all that maintenance is money that's going to come out your pocket.
Yes, absolutely.
So that $100 million, you should take that $100 after you figure out the tax part, which is probably going to be goddamn 30% of that. So you're going to bring $70 million. So that $70 million needs to be put somewhere that you don't even touch, because technically you shouldn't touch that $70 million. That $70 million should be put away for futures, and you should be living off your game stuff, like your endorsements.
But
and that kind of stuff.
I don't get to look like how everybody else is looking. See, and I can understand that if I'm the rookie on the team and everybody else been playing for a little bit of time there.
Yes,
they look a little bit different than I look. They dress a little bit different than I dress, and they move a little bit different than I move.
Exactly.
And so as soon as I come into, Baby, I'm going to try to rise to the occasion as soon as possible.
You got to.
I'm just saying, I got me out here looking any other type of way.
and No, you can't.
Especially as young as they come into the leagues.
Yes.
Right?
They come
Those eyes get green.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, like, huh?
And you look at, he got gold chain. I got to get a gold chain. He
Yes.
got this. I got to get this. Because, again, you're following the leader. Because, again, they're rocking and rolling, but they could be 32.
Yes,
21.
yes.
So they got 10 years.
But the mental space, though, the mindset of the 21-year-old. Give it to me now. Give it to me now.
I got to do this. I got to get that. I got to get the flies this and flies that. Because now your money is going out the door. Because in your head, there's no concept of money. If you
said, I'm going to get it back. I'm going to get it back.
That's what happens.
You always think that you're going to put those gold coins back into that pot that's just getting a little bit lower, and you don't quite think that pot is going to get to the bottom.
You don't, because
you
give that big ass check and you're good, and you starting to get those game checks. So you take $100 million that's left, and you okay, it's a 5-year deal, so you're gonna get $20 million a year salary. So that's $20 million you're gonna get for the next 5 years, barring some things that you may get to a point where it's maybe a salary cap issue. Okay. And then come and say, all right, listen, dog, we can't pay you that 20, but listen, we can pay you $15 million, but we give you incentives. Like if you threw for over 1,000 yards, we give you another $2 million. So that way you do that. Oh yeah, that's how they design these contracts. Because again, you want to sign a guy, you know you're gonna take that hit with the initial money, the bonus money you're gonna give them up front. Along the way, you have
so this is a contingency program.
Yes, it's contingent on the money the team has, because a team can't go out there and just say, I'm going to spend all the money I want to spend. No, everybody has a salary cap.
Now, you're not just going to sign me up and then tell me that you're going to give me X amount of dollars and then come back later on, a little swoop and swap. Hey, Tamara, I was going to give you 60%, but I think I'm not able to make as much money if I give you 60%. So how about I give you 40?
And this is what happens in football.
Wow.
In football.
In real life. You're just going to fight.
You're going to go back and forth like, oh, we agreed to it, but right now we're a little salary cap. Because along the way, other people, they'll bring in other players. So they'll play that salary cap.
They better figure their money out in the beginning. Because my funds done already got spoken for.
See, and that's...
Can you imagine in the regular work environment?
So you understand what these guys are. And it's depending on your health. Because sometimes they may not pay based on playing. If you got to play the game.
Whoa! So now I gotta lie.
You may.
Now I'll be like, nah, them headaches don't exist. In order to secure my money for the next 2 or 3. Oh no, y'all done screwed our people over.
That's football.
Hell no.
And that's why these guys end up going broke in 5 years after playing football.
Yeah.
They had no money. Same thing with NFL,
and then they had
NBA.
no concept of money before they even came in.
See, think about this. You were brought up dirt poor.
Dirt poor.
Somewhere in the country, dirt goddamn poor.
Yeah.
And you had a talent that, you used to get to this point. You never had no money manager in your goddamn
Yeah, you
house.
couldn't even send the $500K to your mama and hope that she secured that home.
No.
As far as a family investment.
No. She has no concept of money.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of these guys go broke. Because they have no concept of money. People put pressure on them saying, you making all that money, you can at least loan me about $1,000. Somebody else, can you loan me about $2,000? Somebody else, can you? And by the time you realize you don't loan all these people, loan, I use that word loan with a quotation.
I'm about to say, loaning people $1,000 or $2,000, that's called a payday loan. That's number one. If your broke ass is in need of $1,000 or two only,
yes, and they're gonna come to
that's
you.
mismanagement of funds.
Yep.
Personal funds.
Yep.
It's a personal problem.
Mm-hmm.
You either go, what is the need on your arm thing?
Sell
Sell your blood. Yes.
Yep. Sell blood. Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The other one for men.
Oh,
Sell your other stuff.
Yep.
Or you
the
take
gold, the liquid gold.
the liquid gold, or you take your ass to the local pawn shop and sell your stuff.
Yes.
So you're not coming to me for the $2,000 loans and we not having sex.
But see,
that's number one.
See,
that's number one. Okay, that's number one.
Yes.
No. No. No.
See, and that happens all the goddamn time. These kids get pulled into that world because they were lucky enough to get out and get that money.
And so you have a sense of, how does the person with the money feel? They have a sense of like I feel
obligation,
bad.
or I feel like because I made it, I got to pay for everybody else.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to pay for everybody else. You were fortunate and blessed to have a gift that you can make that money. Now, if you choose to do something to help the community, that's fine. And for me, helping the community is like, if I know I was in an area that didn't have a playground or whatever, and the kids don't have one, I'll go and build a playground. I'll do that because that helps everybody.
But damn building the playground. I'll do you one better. Let's start a nonprofit to fundraise to get the money for that playground. Stop playing with me. Now I match the nonprofit all day.
Yes,
but to pour into something where no one else is pouring into, that's why we got here in the first damn place. And then you want me to join in on this nonsense, and ain't nobody out here trying to do nothing different than what they was doing before, other than me. How many times I showed up in the morning? Damn. First of all, I don't even play no sports, and I'm all the way upset because I done showed up in the morning with the kids in the car. So I don't respect any athlete putting in that work. I'm tired just looking at y'all. Yeah.
That's true. That's very true.
How many times they done bounced that ball? No, I'm not giving away nothing too freely where don't nobody else got no skin in the game.
And
that's it.
You said that's the problem because everybody's looking for a handout.
Yeah, something like just to get you need $2,000. What's this, college tuition? How much money you putting on it? Because I'm not giving you bill money so you can mess up your bills this month, and then you're gonna go mess them up in 2 more months because I saved you for 1 month.
And you just made a very good point. If I barely made this month, why the hell would I think that you won't be back in a few other months talking about, man, it's going to be some excuse. My job did a layoff. Okay, so what the fuck that got to do with me? Yeah, you going to come to me? I'm not the bank.
You've been figuring it out.
And you're going to continue
figuring that out because we don't share the same bed.
No.
So your situations is not necessarily my situations.
And what you just said, and we using basketball and football players, that happens every day with people who happen to have a good job.
Yeah, or decent job. I'm going to do you even better. Properly managing their funds. You don't even have to have a decent job. You just have to have your funds that you properly manage. Number one, don't live outside of your means.
That means don't live off of credit cards?
Yeah, don't get a card with a car note that's $900 and you know you can afford that. I heard today's national average car note was $900.
For a car?
Yeah, the average person today is paying $900 for a car. I said it must have been all the Mercedes Benzes that got purchased. They done threw off the average. They threw off the national average, man. Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So let's say maybe yours is not 900, but is it more than what you should be affording?
Absolutely. But people do it all the time.
They do, and then they keep on doing it. And then when you have somebody who has lived their life responsibly, who's not lived outside of their means, who does have a little bit of free money, that is their free money.
Repeat that again.
Yeah, it's their free money.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
that they put that inside that pot for their rainy day.
Gotcha.
It's not like our rainy day pot.
I never see you getting in the back of my car and go to work with me.
Yeah, and then see you send no money to the pot. In order for me to have had this pot, I had to get uncomfortable with a few things. So I'm not being selfish, and I'm not being self-centered when I tell you, no, you cannot draw from my pot. There's only but so many people who's going to actually pour into you so that you're able to pour into a pot.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So that's why I always reference the person you laying in the bed with, because that person who you share that space with is pouring into you.
Yes.
In some capacity. So when they stumble, they make a poor play, a poor decision. They come to you, they're in need of help. Okay, extend the help. But you can also get into where they messed up at.
Yes.
See, if I'm an NBA player and cousin need $2,000 because she laying on her rent this month, I can give her the $2,000. But I don't have no time to say, hey, Ma, what happened this month? Do we need to try to figure something else out? Like, did you overspend this month? Can you really not afford this? Did a extra expense occur this month that normally doesn't occur? You know, we're not going to be able to have that conversation.
Nope, we're not. We're not
and
going
so,
to.
Why would I be pouring into you like this when I can't even help you correct the situation other than give you a quick fix?
And you still have the same problem, whatever it is.
Yeah. So if I'm involved with the person who I'm involved with and I'm stumbling financially, I'm assuming that person who is assisting me will real life have a conversation with me like, yo, Tamara, okay, you needed help with here, and I got you here. But as we move forward, how do we prevent this from happening again? Because that's ultimately what the help is about. Like, this is a temporary assist.
Temporary.
I need for you to be just as independent as I am.
Yes, and stop looking at me as the bank.
Or the savior.
Oh, no.
I can't be the one who swoops in and, like Superman and save you from the
yourself.
Day. Yeah, and it's from yourself.
Yep, from yourself. I'm saving you from yourself because you made bad decisions.
Like,
you went out there and spent money on some shit that you shouldn't have spent money on.
Come on, what did you go out and buy this month? Oh, nothing. Just something at work happened. No, you've been working the same job for how long? Nothing at work happened.
Nope, work just doesn't happen. You either
it doesn't
get laid off or get fired.
Yeah, for most people, I'm sorry. There are gig workers and commission style workers. Okay, sometimes work
gets a little low.
Yeah. I'm gonna represent for our group.
Yes.
Like our funds can't because it's not regular W-2 style working, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But for the most part, the average person who does get a direct deposit every 2 week or 1 week paycheck,
yes,
and you mishandling your funds.
But that should never be my problem. That's always your problem.
That's your problem. And the only way you can stop that is if you break down and figure out your fund.
Hey, let me say this. There was times when me and my wife were broke. I mean, broke. And I told you about the whole Coinstar stuff. There's never one time, knock on wood, knock on everything, that I said, you know what? Let me go call cousin such and such or aunt such and such or uncle such and such, he can loan me some money. Never did that.
I call it subsidized living. There's always somebody there. You're trying to get somebody else to help subsidize your lifestyle.
No, that's
like,
like
you know what I'm saying? Like you signed up the kids to something that you can't. You and your wife can't afford that. Like, so I'm gonna go enroll Zaria into like the latest and greatest ballet academy.
Yes,
but I need my mom to pay for it.
Then you didn't plan on this happening, did
No.
you? You just plan on, I know mama got me.
I know mama got me. You spent somebody else's pot.
Somebody else's pot, and mind you, mama is your mama, but she's an adult and you're an adult.
She's retired, fixed income, You banking on her coin.
On her money.
So
Her loot.
instead of you making sure that she financially sound and set and put together and you living your lifestyle as responsibly as possible, you start looking around to see who can I pull from.
No, that's not your responsibility. This is called adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
This is called being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Get comfortable. Now, if you stay uncomfortable for a lifetime, that's a choice.
Oh, that's a definite
That's
choice.
a series of poor choices.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you got uncomfortable to get comfortable, that's adulting.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And then there's a point where your health, something happens that you couldn't even see happens. Shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to utilize every opportunity I get to keep things moving,
Mm-hmm.
but that's unavoidable.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to be like still out there asking somebody or anything because I'm going to have to figure this shit out.
But the shit that happens that you think that you can't plan for,
Mm-hmm.
you know you need a little couple dollars for the shit that for the shit that just happened. Everybody knows. And by the time you turn 21, 22, you've seen somebody go down.
Quite a few people go down.
You know what I'm
fast.
saying? And they couldn't afford. I don't care if it was just your homeboy who just randomly lost his job because I wasn't late, but they said I was late. But I was there on time, but they fired me anyway. Now you lost your job and you thought you was going to get a new gig real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Shit just happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now his cell phone disconnected.
Yep.
You need a couple little dollars for your rainy day. Even if you haven't experienced that personally.
Yes. But people don't think about that. I mean, older people used to always keep money because a lot of them didn't really trust banks because of where they were during that period of time. But they would always keep money in something.
Yes.
A glass jar, a mason jar, underneath the blanket, underneath a pillowcase, underneath the bed, somewhere because they knew they have to have money just in case something happens.
Just in case.
But today's mindset is the money in the bank. I can spend all of it.
Yeah, they'll spend it until it's all the way gone.
Because I'm going to pay again, and I'm going to be able to spend that. So
no, not even that. Because if I need something, I'm gonna just call up such and such or such and such.
they're obligated to fucking help you.
Like I'm gonna spend my money till it's all the way done. I'm gonna leave $20 for my gas tank, and if something come up, I'm gonna just call up my mother, my aunt, or my uncle, or my grandmother, type of thing.
Wow,
that's the mentality, and that's what I'm saying when I say people are living a lifestyle and allowing other people to subsidize it. Just add me a little bit too, so that I can go and feel like I can ball out in the club for the weekend, spend my whole paycheck, save me a little $20 so I can get back and forth to work. I don't know how I'm gonna eat.
That's true.
But I'm gonna get back and forth to work.
That's
we
true.
had bottles popping.
Pop bottles, yep.
Excuse
Screaming
me.
and everything. Mm-hmm.
You popped bottles over the weekend, spent your whole paycheck.
Yep.
To impress old girl. Who ended up not even giving you none.
So it's just like you toss money out the sky.
But you lived it up.
Damn. And
and then you want somebody else to subsidize your living, your lifestyle.
Please.
Somebody supposed to buy you lunch.
Shh. You better. I hope you have hot dogs.
Oh, wow.
You eat one every day.
And then they'll be foolish enough to not even pack a lunch. Come to the workplace starving. Think somebody else supposed to feel sorry for you.
Stomach.
Yeah. Like, stop playing with me.
No, I'm good.
You want to finish this?
How many times you? Or some motherfuckers so trifling is going to eat your shit. You going in like,
yeah.
How much food at?
Some people know their workplace. They know they'll just come in because they know they spent all their money for the week. Yep. They said that that's what they was going to do.
Yep.
They was going to enjoy themselves that weekend.
They sure did.
And that's what they did. And so when they came in and they knew what the refrigerator inside the workplace looked like, went right up in there, smelt your leftovers, and crushed them.
And it's pitiful. And people live like that every
very
goddamn
irresponsibly
day. And then expect somebody else who's out there grinding and busting their ass to help subsidize it.
Who is making choices to not do those things? I go to the club and I just had 2 drinks. You in the club with bottles?
Bottles.
And you want me to buy you lunch?
We were in the club together and I saw you buying bottles. And I only had my one little soda that I get for free because I know I need my money. I got bills coming up.
Yeah. I want my lights to stay on.
My phone to be on. I got to make sure gas in my car. So that's irresponsible.
Absolutely.
And
but you said if my lights get threatened, I'm going to call my mom.
Yep.
I'm gonna just call somebody,
Yep.
and they'll have pity, and they will, cause nobody want to see you out there with your lights off. The other side to that is nobody actually seen you in the nightclub.
That's true.
Nobody actually seen
That's
you
very true.
spending that money on that girl like that. That you was pretending like you didn't. You just went out and took her shopping, out fine dining, shopping, and you said, I'm going to spend my whole paycheck on her because she's worth it. And in a few weeks, she'll eventually give it up.
Maybe.
Maybe. But she's not quite wife material, but I still want to touch her. But I'm going to spend all my paycheck on... Yeah, because you know this was happening. Like, don't scratch your head down. You go ahead and admit it. Go ahead and
wife material.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Now I'm taking her shopping, fine dining. She gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. Bad joint. I didn't say, oh, she bad.
Yeah, she bad.
Yeah. Right? But she's not wife material. And you know, you're not trying to make her a permanent position in your life.
Wow.
But you ready to drop the whole bag, mess up your... Oh, you ain't pay car insurance for 2 months? Your shit about to be canceled. Why? Because you fucking... You running behind old girl, trying to impress her that you got this money that you don't got. That's where your money went.
That's crazy.
And then you, something happened at work. Ain't nothing happened at work.
Nope.
Ain't none of your hours get cut back. Nope. Ain't none of your drop-offs get, nothing got messed up or mixed up other than the fact that you went out and overextended yourself.
Damn. And now look where you are.
Now look where you're at. You ain't even got a woman to freaking hold you back down.
No, because you don't spend all the money on that one chick.
On that one chick who you said wasn't worth your life. But and so you just had a field day with her and then moved on to the next. But you gotta lay low to get your money back up before you get to the next one.
I can't, bro. I can't go out this weekend.
Yeah, no, you know when to lay low. Because your mother just paid for your shit, and you ain't really got no real money in the bank account to make it look like you can make some real noise out there. So men don't move when the money don't look right.
Let me tell you, we fucking don't.
Yeah.
When that money low, you can call me. You could be going to a strip club, a brand new strip club that just opened
Thumbs twiddling.
And I'm sitting there and I'm kicking myself in the ass thinking, God damn, going to a new club. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no ends.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to ask my boys, man, can I borrow? No, because I ain't going to do that. Because I want them to do that to me. So I'm not going to ask them for something.
And you don't feel that comfortable.
No.
You can't really impress a chick if your boys gave you $100 to go out with, or even $200-$300 to go out with. Everybody toss old boy $100. Okay, I got $300 out to go out with. Then what?
Yeah, then what?
Now you out here balling on a budget. So you gotta...
You definitely are, because at that point you look at, okay, I gave her 20, I gave this one
It's
40.
depleting.
Yes.
As the night goes on. So now you don't want her to stay too close to you for too long.
Don't count that as a dance. Don't touch me. I ain't counting that as a motherfucking lap dance. No, bitch, I ain't getting no $20 for that. No, you just touch my knee. Don't get the fuck away from me. And now you're there.
Yes.
And you put yourself there.
Yeah, you did. And these are the same type of people who, when you make it big, whether it be rapping, singing,
business,
acting, life insurance policy, somebody passed, whatever the big money is that person walks into, these people with these same habits are now trying to attach themselves to you.
Yes.
Because they need somebody to enable the poor ass habits. Whereas you real life have to tell people who you care about in your life. Like, there are certain people in my life who I care about who can come to me if they are in need of funds.
Absolutely.
I got you. But we also have had real conversations about how if you need money from me, the things that you have decided to do with your money, I've paid attention to. And so either I'm able to give it to you or I'm not.
There you go.
But trust and believe, I know and understand how you move.
And you're going to have to hear this conversation that we're going to have. So if you think you're just going to run in the house, oh, thank you, E.T., I appreciate it. Thank you for $100. No. Come on. Sit down. Because this is not going to be a habit.
First of all, and then I'm not going to leave you alone. If you needed my financial assistance or in support ever, I'm going to always check in on your financial health. Generally speaking, I check in on most people's financial health. Because it makes sense. Because you're nothing without it.
Like, yeah, exactly.
In today's society. And I hate to be so superficial with it, right? But if the average person feels poor, can't sustain their bills,
Mm-hmm.
or just financially strapped or struggling,
Mm-hmm.
you are so mentally depleted.
Yep.
It will start bearing on your physical body.
That is so true. How many people have you seen who just look worn out?
Just because of money worries and troubles.
Yep. Yeah, that money woe is terrible.
It will beat you down.
It will. It just would just strip you. And you won't realize because you're like, oh, I'm not, I ain't really worried about it, but you are.
But you are. And so the very idea that you can call somebody a friend,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't even have like a financial check-in.
Yeah. Because why would you?
We
first
don't
of
speak.
all,
We don't talk money.
But
right?
you're going to have to talk money.
You're going to have to. If you need $20 from me every other week because, I need to get back and forth to work, I'm not paying for your Starbucks money. I'm not giving you a little weed money.
No.
You lost your damn mind? You need
gotta-
$20 for what?
For what? Oh, well, and you're going to tell me. Because, again, if you don't tell me.
Generally speaking, you ain't even got to tell me. I'm going to tell you.
Oh, Lord. Damn. And that means you're going to sit there and listen to
What
that.
do an adult need $20 for in 2023?
You can't use $20 for a gallon of fucking gas. Gas going to
Like,
be $20 for a gallon.
Straight up. You
So-
can't call up. You can't call me up and say to me, I need 20. Who's you?
Who the fuck are you?
Who is you?
20 for what?
You better have said that when you was getting up out of the bed this morning.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because, again, if you have habits, and people have habits,
Yeah, and I'm okay with your habits. It's your business.
it's your business
Yeah.
until
It becomes my business.
fucking business. Because
Yeah.
if you're calling me for a pack of cigarettes because that's what you're
Or
going to need
no,
it for.
you need $10. Now you calling me up for $10.
Fuck, you need $10
So this
for
your
it.
cigarette money.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So that means
Okay.
now you
I'm gonna
need
call
to
you
get
up
a
for my wine money.
I got to, because I'll be good and goddamn if I'm going to just pass that money on to you, and
Mm-hmm.
that goes back to anybody who's making money. You're not obligated, and nobody should make you feel like, I can't believe they made me feel bad by having money. Motherfuckers never gonna make me feel bad by having money.
No, and you're not gonna make me feel bad about how I move with my money.
With my money.
Yeah. See, now people who are like real tight knit and who literally pour into me
Mm-hmm.
in ways that I can't pour back into them.
Mm-hmm.
That's different.
Oh, that's a different.
That's different. That's a whole different group of people.
They're so made. We ain't even mentioned.
Yeah, I might have even picked you up some cigarettes on my way to your house.
Exactly.
I got you.
What kind you smoke? I'll pick
Yeah,
up.
hey, I'm here at the gas station. They having a sale on these Newports. These the ones you smoke. I got you.
I got you.
Because I know in a pinch, in a drop of a hat,
You
flat,
got
dime,
me.
whatever, this person going to be there.
Absolutely.
And I will also talk to them about their like everybody. I don't think that there's people who you should claim in your financial circle, especially the youth, that you don't feel obligated to have financial check-ins with.
You have to, T. You got to. Because, again, if you have a bad habit and they see, and again, people keep saying, well, I told them. I said, no, kids look at what they see, not what you tell them.
Yes.
Now, if what you see, what you tell them match, it's cool for them. But for them, they're like, well, Mama said, don't waste this, but then she spent money on lottery tickets and gambling and stuff. And then sometimes, she'll buy extra stuff. Sometimes I see things disappear because she's hawking shit. So it's like, so the kids can't rationalize it. So they just know you spending money buying lottery tickets and that kind of shit. Then they go and buy a lottery ticket.
Yes.
And then why are you buying lottery tickets? Did I teach you that? No, you didn't, but I saw you buy them every week.
Yep.
All the time. Then you're like, I did.
I did.
Well, do as I said, not as I do.
No. I'm going to do as I saw.
Bingo. So now, when that kid's irresponsible with buying, for instance, I saw a lady on IG who bought a 1998 Ford Taurus for $600 and some odd dollars a month. $600 some odd dollars a month for 84 months. A 1998 Ford Taurus. She's paying that kind of money for 84 months. It's $24,000.
Didn't I just tell you with a so imagine a regular car.
Yes, and she was smiling. She was grinning skin. And somebody says, oh, poor baby. Nobody told her anything about financing and all that kind of stuff. There's no way in the world she should have paid for a 1998 car that for 7 more years.
First of all, technically the car is only worth $1,500. Nobody wanted to tell her that.
And she had a bow and everything. She smiled.
Yeah, I mean, you should have had a bow, but you should have just paid for it up front.
Yes.
Like,
but you got to finance. So a 25-year car you on finance for another 7 years. So that car will be 32 years old by the time you finish paying for it.
wow.
And she was smiling because
Nobody
obviously,
spoke financial talk ever.
and that's the problem. Think about it. How many parents really have real conversations about money?
Or
with
people
their
in
kids?
general.
Or people in
How comfortable do we really, like, okay, I'm going to take my job, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
Women would come in to me when Dogecoin did what it did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tamara, did you jump in on Dogecoin?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, no, I didn't buy any Dogecoin. I didn't make no money on Dogecoin. Now, some would just have a conversation with me, right?
Mhm.
Now, there would be other women who would come in and more than a conversation, we had a whole lesson. Hold on, because if you didn't buy it, I'm assuming that you didn't know enough to purchase because this is
wow.
dumb. Yeah, no, we made too much money off of this for you not to been in on this. Girl, I should have picked up the phone and called you type of thing.
Wow.
I had at least 10 women who went in their own phones, pulled it out, and walked me through step by step and said, no, you got to jump in on this. You got to jump in on this. And then the more information they knew, because most of us are newbies to this lifestyle, to investing, that's crypto.
Yeah, crypto.
And so whenever you speak about crypto, you also get into stock market, right? Women broke that down to me too.
Oh.
Because I was missing it. I didn't get how to come in low, right? And where the low points was and how to know. He said, no, this is how you do it. You set up the alerts like this. You know, you got to beat this number right here in order for you to make any money off of it. So it's got the drop here. Then you got to purchase it here. It'll notify you when it drop here. Just pour money into this account here every week. And then however much money you got here, then you got money to toss there.
Yes.
I said, whoa.
Yes.
Whoa, thank you. Now, that conversation never happened in the household when I was growing up. And actually, okay, we missed it.
You missed it. Okay.
But are my peers willing to engage? Because we come in the shop and what we going to talk about? Hot topics. We going to talk about old boy who was inside the nightclub holding the little teeny tiny gun.
Absolutely.
You know, we going to talk about the weird laws being passed in Tennessee.
Yep.
We're going to talk about the nonsense going on in Florida. We have the space and opportunity to talk about whatever we want to talk about. But are we also talking about financial literacy and empowerment?
And we're not.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And so we're trying to. And we are absolutely, in my circles, making sure we just kind of speak a little bit more about it. Like, hey, girl, what you doing to save? How much money you plan on saving this year?
Yes.
You know, just little stuff. Are you doing any anything different this year with your finances? Like this month that just passed, I think I shared with you, we did what we call the financial fast.
Yes.
But we just slowed all the way. And for me, my financial fasting was technically eating out.
Oh, Lord.
So I didn't eat out for the whole month of February.
Wow. I know you saved quite a bit.
Your eyes is real big, too, because you already know how bad my habit was.
Oh, yes. That's what I said. Of all the things. Not you said, I'm not going to eat out. I know that's a sacrifice right there.
Yeah, and you know me, mine was my cup of Joe or my cup of tea first thing in the mornings, right? And that might be paired with a little Dunkin' Donuts bagel, you know, a little something paired with it. Bagel, donut, croissant, something.
Yeah.
But you know, your first stop in the morning is out.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
And then you working.
Yeah.
And if you didn't eat breakfast, you certainly didn't pack a lunch.
No.
So your next thing is out. Right?
That is so true.
I don't work by the clock.
No.
So maybe I ran over tonight.
Oh, that's true.
Then I got to eat out again.
Oh,
I could possibly eat out 3 times in a day.
Yeah.
Now, somebody might have to run to the store also and give me a little snack and a beverage too.
So that's 4 times.
4 times, solid.
So at that 4 times a day could easily put you between $20 and $40 a day.
Absolutely.
A day.
Absolutely.
And you do 5 days a week.
Now add on the fact that I have 3 children.
Oh.
Now, if I didn't have a lunch packed for me, do you think I picked them up with an after-school snack?
No.
So now at the school, I got to stop and get three. So you understand the lifestyle that I'm living, right?
Oh, yes.
And whether it be every day or every other day, it's an excess. It's over consumerism, right?
Yes. Yep.
Who can stop that?
You.
Me. But who has to have a conversation?
You. With yourself.
With myself. But is that comfortable and is that what I really want to do?
No.
Because so now I'm going to have a conversation with you about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to have a conversation with my homegirl about it. Then I'm going to call up my sister about it.
Yep.
And the more I talk about it, the more I get prepared about it. Guess what? The more people realize, damn, I'm over consuming too.
Yes.
Some people might be closed. One girl I found out, she don't eat out much, but she shop way too much. So for her to fast,
Let me stop shopping.
she had to stop shopping.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And when I had spoke to her about this,
Mm-hmm.
she said, "No, I think I might join in because I need to slow down too."
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was quite a few of us who realized maybe we weren't ready,
Mm-hmm.
but mentally you kind of start getting yourself ready.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of us was like, "Nah, February, let's go. It's the shortest month. It's the month that we might be able to actually get success from."
Wow.
And we did it.
Damn. Everybody needs to do that, especially right now.
Yeah.
Right
I think
now.
we need to do it to drive these prices down. Everything costs too much.
Every
Everything
fucking
costs
thing
too much.
costs too goddamn much. I mean, when eggs, you got people lining up for eggs.
Listen,
Goddamn.
y'all not about to eat no more eggs. Y'all done.
Yeah, like,
Fuck them eggs. We gonna make something else.
Fuck that. It's just crazy, and it goes back to, what we discussed earlier about this young man fucking up his bag.
Mm-hmm.
He's blessed. He's a 1%er.
Mm-hmm.
We only can dream of 1%. We sit here and we kick it back and forth,
Yep.
but we don't realize the work it takes or the blessings.
No, we do realize.
But when you,
because he had to be a kid at some point,
he saw how his
and
family
we work. Yeah, we know how much a sacrifice to take to have a child athlete.
Oh,
the burden they put on the household.
Know. Yes, you
and
know.
They'd be. Where that boy mama at? That boy is probably bouncing that house all through that ball all through the house.
All
baby.
through the goddamn house. And she had to hear that shit for years.
And
pick him up.
And then he did it for years.
Yes.
He showed up to the plate.
He sure did. He showed up.
He put in that work.
All that work.
I got one guy, he played basketball overseas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Came back home and he just, quote unquote, he uses basketball as a tool,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Smart.
It's still right up in here. It offends me listening in my head to that boy bounce that basketball back and forth down that street. Growing up as a kid, he bounced that ball so much. I never seen him growing up without that basketball attached to his hand. You hear me?
Wow.
And to this day, it still vexes me. I'm still offended.
Wow.
Recalling how often he dribbled that ball. So when you say we don't know how much work them kids put into it, all them sacrifices, if they went through college, athletes in college make tremendous sacrifices.
Yes, they do.
That the average student
nope. They're doing two
could
jobs.
never fathom.
Nope.
To have that much discipline going through a time where most people are partying, kicking
mm-hmm.
it, chilling,
mm-hmm.
trying and playing around with drugs and alcohol,
yes.
and you can't?
No.
Ooh, now that's sacrifices that you've made.
And that's the thing, for you to sacrifice and then make it to the
Mm-hmm.
NBA.
Because most people sacrifice and they don't make it.
Road is literally broken dreams.
Absolutely.
Just broken dreams on a side road.
Absolutely.
So that guy who made it looks around and says, "Oh, yeah, I'm blessed and I'm lucky." So for me
mm-hmm.
to be blessed and lucky to be in this position and to be walking around with shit in my hand
mm-hmm.
and taking it for granted,
mm-hmm.
it's insulting to everybody who didn't make it, who had skills like you had, but
Yeah.
for whatever reason couldn't make it and they burnt out.
Yeah.
And for you at this point to fuck around with your bag for some stupid shit
Mm-hmm.
is asinine, and that
It
goes
is.
back to everyone who makes money. We all
Yep.
sacrifice to make money.
Yep.
Nobody who really makes that money they sacrifice.
You did. And whether it was you going to school,
Mhm.
whether or not it was you eating the bullshit the boss said to you
Oh.
in order to get to the higher position, in order for you to get to the
Oh.
retirement check. You get what I'm
That
saying?
humble pie
You had to eat a slice of humble pie along the road in order to get somewhere great.
Yep. To get somewhere great. And
There's always somebody there trying to stomp on you.
always.
Yeah.
You're always going to have the haters, the doubters, the people that just want to just crush you. And they're
Along the way.
They're mad at you because you made it.
Or they see you on your way.
And they hate you.
So they try to come at you along that journey.
They have to. They have to. In their haterism, they have to.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be that roadblock. They have to show you or put that deterrent on you and make sure that's you can't be as great as you want to be.
Yep.
You got to be down here with me.
Yep.
That makes me feel good about myself. And for you to pass all of that and get to that level, you shouldn't feel bad about your money. You shouldn't feel bad about your success. But nobody has a right to dictate how you spend your success either.
It's like playing a video game and you leveled up, right? And at each level, you keep unlocking tools.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you unlock those tools because as you leveled up, your skill leveled up also.
Mm-hmm.
So now you know how to use that tool,
Yes.
right? Level 1, if the tool is money, you only got but so much of it because you only know how to use but so much of it.
Absolutely.
Everybody don't have access to the same amount of funds because they don't know what to do with them.
No, they don't.
So if you're the one who got the access to that money,
Mm-hmm.
you're the one who needs to either figure out what to do with it and use it as a proper tool.
A tool. Yes.
It's not like some item that everybody's like, oh, well, they got it and I don't got it. That's ice cream. No.
You're right. That's a hamburger.
Yeah, that's a hamburger.
That is
Like,
so
oh, well,
goddamn
you
true.
got one and I don't got one. Hold on, let me get you a scoop.
Yes.
Let me get you a patty.
Yep. I
Like,
share the food.
this is nothing.
Nothing.
But money is a tool.
Absolutely.
And if you know how to use it,
Mm-hmm.
then you can touch it. But if you don't know what to do with it, it becomes dangerous.
Yes.
It goes right through your hands.
Absolutely. And then what happens when you burn through that money? Now you got regrets. Now you're looking for them same people because you kept a running total who
Of
you
who
helped.
all you helped. And now you're looking back at those people
Who now look at you like, damn, you ain't got no money?
who financial mental space wasn't there from the beginning. And that's
No.
exactly what they're going to say to you.
Damn, you use all that
You
money?
ain't got no money?
Damn. That's
Because
tough.
you know they ain't got no money. Rule number 1, don't ever take money from somebody who normally don't have money if you know you always got money.
Bingo.
That's a rule.
There you go.
If your homegirl who's always broke, down and out, late on her bills all the time, and she get $25K, you better wish her well. Bitch, you want to go out to eat and I will pay my own way.
Yes.
Because the money leaves. In my mind, I know exactly who I gave it to. And they don't know exactly how much they gave either.
No.
They'll start inflating like crazy. You might have gave me 200 and then inflated that to 2,000.
Exactly.
Ah,
Yeah,
then.
I think it was 30. Because remember that time you... Yes, that's what happened.
No, you gave me $200 and now it's $2,000? Nah.
Please.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
So now you out recouping, trying to guilt people into helping you get to where the hell you was at. And the job was just for you to stay right there. The job was for you to secure the bag.
Secure the fucking
But,
bag.
yeah.
By any means
By all
necessary,
means.
all and every means, you secure the bag. And they people are, as we speak, people are fucking up the bag right now as we speak.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Fucking it
And
up.
that move, like, that was the easiest way. With the little hammer in the air. It was little.
Yep.
And it was careless. It was stupid. Because a lot of people sacrifice, and like my kids, you sacrifice so much and it's not necessarily for a payoff, right? It's never for them to make it real big in the league.
Nope.
It's not for a financial payoff or anything, But it is a slap in the damn face that now, when I raised you, right, and I sacrificed so much, and I know I instilled core values in you.
Yes, you did.
To where you know this is dumb. And I know you heard me ringing in the back of your head. I know you heard your father ringing in the back of your head. Told you, what the hell is you doing? Don't do nothing dumb.
Yep.
If you a father, you can at least tell your kids that. Don't make dumb choices.
Don't make dumb choices. If it sounds wrong, it's probably wrong. Why is it going to be wrong? Because I showed you right. So anything that's different from what I showed you will feel different because it's not normal. Yeah,
it's the thing called the best practice.
Yes.
Or the best choice. Was this the best choice to make?
The best choice.
Yeah.
And you know,
and if you can't say it was,
then here's the thing: why did you do it? The question is, you know, it was a bad choice, and you still did it anyway.
Yeah.
So what was the end result that you wanted from this bad choice? And if you can't answer it, you just say, "I have something to do." I don't know.
Scooby Doo.
So now your dumb ass is going to be out there, and you're going to wallow in that world. You're going to wallow under that tree of woe, I like to say, because you did it. I told you differently. I told you to think about things you do, but you chose to do something different because you want to be like everybody else. You're 21, you're 22, you want to have your way. Fine and dandy. But also understand there's repercussions and ramifications for every decision you make that's fucked.
Yes.
So when that fuck decision causes these other fuck issues to happen,
don't
come to me and say, "Daddy, I don't want to hear it." First I'm going to say is, did you make a decision that I told you? No, I did. I said, well, fuck, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Because I already told you. If I told you something was wrong, then I need to hear it. But if you did something totally different for me because you wanted to do something because you're grown now, accept this shit. Accept it.
And carry on.
And fucking carry on. Because don't give up.
Yeah, let's correct ourselves and move on.
And move the fuck
but move
on.
Accordingly.
Yes.
Right? Okay,
yes.
We had the little hammer in the ear, didn't make no sense, but move accordingly from here. Like, don't let me see this again. This is dumb. This is dumb.
This is fucking dumb, and I do not need to see you on TV. Because let me tell you, if I see you on TV doing some fuck shit, no, I'm going to call you. And you better pick up the motherfucking phone, because then I'm going to get in the car. And if I got to fly, I'm going to fly to you.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to meet you.
Yeah. I like to see people.
But you're going to fly and walk in the door. And come have a key to your door. And walk in the door and sit down and say, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm pull the paper. I'm pull up the internet. I said, you got this shit. This shit.
You're going to pull up the source.
I'm pulling up the fucking source. Did you do this shit, son? Is this you? Oh, yeah, that is me. And why the fuck did you do that?
And some people feel like he's grown now.
Yes.
And he shouldn't perhaps be held like accountable like that to his father.
And you're right.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying whoever thinks that they're incorrect.
Yes.
That a father should not stop working on his child.
It's constant. Until the day we close our eyes, we're going to always be their parents. Yeah. It does not stop.
And more than parent, the person guiding you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm an older adult who went through things you have yet to see. So I'm trying to have you avoid those pitfalls. And I'm going to keep telling you. You may not want to hear it, but I'm going to keep telling you these pitfalls. And you can't say, well, I never told me. No,
and the beautiful thing about that relationship, which ends up happening for all the young people who are going to end up watching this who feel like, nah, Tamara's just all the way wrong about that, is that relationship where dad keeps on pouring into this adult child. And, you know, the way the adult male is supposed to correct the way the dad's supposed to correct the adult son is different than the way he corrects the teenage boy.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And if the relationship is done and fostered correctly, what ends up happening is that the son ends up being able to help and assist the father as well.
Absolutely.
Right? He starts pouring back into him and starts being able to give that advice that he's not willing to receive from life.
Exactly.
And generally for the older man, it's how he's moving as far as his health is concerned.
Yeah.
And now because you have that relationship where dad constantly poured into the son, now the son will then start to pour back into dad.
Absolutely.
And it's the relationship that is proper.
The proper relationship.
Yeah. So anybody who feels like, you know, oh, dad's out of order for feeling like, you know, saying something to him or, rolling up on him. Generally speaking, he's not. Unless the
No.
check is incorrect. Normally, you check him and say, "Now let's go get something to eat." Because it's
And
done.
that's it. That's it. That's
Yeah,
done.
it's done.
I'm not going to keep
You're an adult.
You're
Yeah.
an adult now. We're two adults. We're not child and adult anymore. We're two adults having an adult conversation about some shit that you're doing that I know is going to lead you down a road that's not going to work out well
I'm here
for
to
you.
remind you. It's not even really a check. It's a reminder of, hey, how you're moving and how you ain't supposed to move.
Absolutely.
After that reminder, it's a question. Are you in need of help? Is there something here that I'm missing that I can help you out with? And the last thing is, come on, let's go take this load up off of you. Let's go get a drink. Let's go grab some wings or something. Let's go chill before I get back on this plane and get up out of here. Because I just wanted to get up out of it. I just wanted to get up out of my state anyway, son, and we got it like that now.
So now I'm going to go have that conversation with you and we're going to bounce.
It's just like being in college. Your son down in North Carolina, down in Virginia, somewhere that's drivable. They ain't answering the phone and pull right on up to that canvas knock. Hey, you thought your ass was slick. You thought I wasn't going to come through, huh? Because you thought I had to go to work. Now I called out, and guess what? Your mother was getting on my nerves. So I got up in that car real quick to come down here and check up on you.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I'm going to talk to you about what you ain't supposed to be doing. Do you need help? Is everything good?
Yeah.
Now let's go chill. Because Dad probably need to take a load off.
Exactly. Like that's damn 7-hour drive. But that's what it is. You have to keep the lines of communication open with your kid. You're always going to give them that advice. You're always going to talk to them.
Yep.
Nobody wants to see our kids fucked up.
Nope.
Nobody wants to open up a page and say, "Oh my God, is my kid holding a gun?"
Or feel like they can't talk to you when they are fucked up, right?
They should be able to talk to you no matter what. Just like you're going to talk to them. Because at some point in life, we don't want to realize it, want to think about it, but we're going to get to a stage in life where we're going to have to depend more on them. That's the relationship.
Eventually, that parents are pouring into the kids, and the kids are pouring a little something back in because you always pouring something back into your parents, always. But it does shift to where now you have to pour more and more into that person who built you up into something who's able to pour back into someone on that level. Yeah.
Build them up to be able to do that.
Yep.
So, and with that, parents gotta understand, it's a lifetime. It doesn't stop at 18. Oh, be 18, they're grown now.
No, it revs up at 18.
That's what
I think my parents taught more life lessons after 18.
Yes.
There's a lot of phone calls, a lot of just chilling, talking, popping trash. Trash. My father corrects the adult corrections are like trash talkings. They're like, yeah, well, how'd that work out for you, kid? Right? It's a little jab because they called you kid now because you were acting childish, right? Or childlike.
Absolutely.
And so that was the correction. You're like,
fuck,
right?
I gotta hear this.
But then he gonna pass me a piece of chicken off the grill after that. Right? That takes it off. Yes. And we good. You check your kids. You do check your kids. You check your kids as children. You check them as adults.
Yes.
And the check don't gotta be something harsh. Sometimes for the mom, she might laugh you out. Like, oh, that was what you chose?
And walk away and laugh. You're like, she laughing at
she
me
just
walking away.
laugh me out.
Yes.
And made you sit in it. Right? And so now you reflect in your own nonsense. But she certainly did check you on that.
And you better learn that lesson.
You better learn that lesson.
Because the other part of that we haven't mentioned yet is one day we're not going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
So you hope that you would put enough in them.
Absolutely.
So that if that day comes, your number gets pulled.
Yep.
And you have to go, that they're good here.
Yep. And they're doing more than surviving here. They are thriving.
Yes.
Here, right?
Yes.
Everybody can create a survivor out of a child. I think that's what's innate. Yeah. Right? Go ahead and toss you out to the web, see if you survive. But to create a person who can do more than just survive, who is comfortable here, who is thriving, who's flourishing, who's enjoying themselves, who lives a balanced lifestyle.
A balanced lifestyle. You have done it as a parent, and you have done all you can do. And at that point, they have to make that same decision you did with their kids. Yeah. Because it continues. It doesn't end. It continues. So peoples, do better. We always end it with that, do better. Mm-hmm. But we have to. You got to do better. And again, You don't owe anybody. People out there making that loot. You don't owe anybody anything. And don't have anybody come, your little tay-tay, and them come ask you for no damn money either, because you ain't got none.
People who ask for money but no advice.
Oh! Nope, you don't need that either. You do not need that shit. So, again, keep thriving, keep overcoming, keep being the best you can be. And with that, we're going to end this episode of On the Mic with the M.
And T.
And peoples, hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back with some more advice and some knowledge we're going to drop on you. Until then, peace and love.